Alright, hi guys, my name is Jamie Stewart, I'm 37. My occupation is I'm a climbing instructor. I'm a few other things as well. I'm also a bushwalk leader and a kayaking instructor, and I dabble a bit in mountaineering, taking people up into the mountains. Today we're in an indoor climbing gym, even though it doesn't look like that. But we are in an indoor climbing gym, but that's one of the many places that I actually work. I got involved in what I do now through having really quite a job I wasn't happy with and quite a bit bored doing. And I was doing those jobs to get myself into other countries to ride my mountain bike and go mountaineering and go rock climbing. And I thought to myself, maybe I need to get paid to do this, not get paid to do a boring job. So what I did is I got some training, and here I am now as a climbing instructor and a kayaking instructor. My job role and the things that I need to do my job is goes from anything. So obviously as a rock climber we need to check equipment to make sure it's safe and it's not damaged. We need to fill out at times paperwork and make sure that it's accurate in case something happens. People know where to find us quite easily. So all sorts of things, to keeping people briefed in what we're having for dinner, all the way through to know how that they can keep themselves safe for the day, what time we're waking up in the morning. So yeah, it's kind of a lot of good fun. My work environment changes dramatically. Anything from working in here, and this is the only indoor environment that I work in, to working in the Adelaide Hills and kayaking around the Adelaide coast, all the way around Australia to the Grampians, an amazing place called Mount Arapiles, to the mountains of Victoria, all the way through to Tasmania, and occasionally going to New Zealand and Papua New Guinea. I'm a self-contracted instructor, which means I've got to make sure I get myself out there, and I contract myself through to schools, all the way through to a company called Baptist Care, which I look after troubled youth in the outdoors, to even taking someone like your parents out paddling with the dolphins down in Port Adelaide. I enjoy a lot of stuff about my work. Some of the main things I enjoy about my work is, number one, I'm doing what I love doing, and it's pretty amazing that I'm getting paid to do really what I would be doing if I wasn't at work, which is pretty amazing. However, it does come with some challenges. Definitely some of the challenges are when participants don't see some of the risks that we're trying to talk to them about and throw themselves in harm's way, and we try to prevent that, because if we don't, it means they injure themselves and I've got to do a mountain of paperwork. No one likes paperwork. Some of the personal characteristics that you need for my job is obviously to be a strong leader. Having a loud voice helps so everyone can hear you. And knowing your staff. So there's no point in taking people rock climbing if you don't know how strong ropes are and what they're capable of doing, or understanding weather trends if we go kayaking in the sea. So you need to know some of those things. So that's some of the things that is going to help you with this job. Training required, it's pretty simple. It's a full-time course for 2 years if you want your diploma, which is at TAFE here in Adelaide down at Regency Park. It's one of the best 2 years you're going to have, because they travel all over Australia and you're studying while you're travelling. So it's a pretty good course to do. Future plans for in my job is to, I suppose, one of the better ways of moving forward would be to owning your own adventure business. So going full driving up through Central Australia, or owning your own climbing business so you're self-employed, as well as working for other people on expeditions, which is probably the ultimate goal, is getting paid to go to places like Mount Everest, or India, or Papua New Guinea, or New Zealand. It's a pretty amazing opportunity to get paid instead of a holiday. And my advice to you is, in my line of work, it's definitely going to help if you're passionate about climbing before you go and study and get your qualification or your degree in climbing or kayaking. You'll find it a lot easier if you're already passionate about it, as well as the fact that I do live in my tent for about 200 nights a year, which means if I need to go to the toilet, it's in the bush. So if you're thinking, I don't want to poo in a tree, it's probably not the right job for you. So you've got to take those things into consideration. But if you love being in the outdoors like I do and spending time around a bushfire, it's definitely the way to go.